Hi, I'm Kelly with citruscycles.ca, and I've got here the Felt Sport E95. It's a Bosch powered e-bike. It's a road bike, city bike, commuter bike, urban bike. I'm not exactly sure how to describe it other than I think a road bike is a really good description of it. What really is unique about this bike is it's one of the least expensive Bosch powered e-bikes I've seen. It's coming in around $4,000. If you head over to our website, citruscycles.ca, and contact us from there, either by calling or emailing, I can even set you up with a coupon code to bring that down even further. Now, apart from the really incredible price on this bike, for the features, it's a great price. This is also probably the lightest Bosch-powered e-bike that I've come across. It's really, I can pick that up very easily. Super lightweight and great value, and really a fun bike. Now, this would make a good city or commuter bike. You can actually put a rack on here. You can see we've got the attachment points here and down here on the rear as well. You can do fenders, you can do lights, and in fact Felt has a specific kit for this bike that I don't have on this bike yet, but you can get it with the fenders and the racks, and making it really a complete bike. But if you're looking to keep the weight really low, then you can certainly keep the fenders and the rack off. But if you're looking for something for a commuter bike, that's an option you can do. And speaking of fenders and racks and attachments, another cool feature here is we have the option to put a water bottle cage here, which is unique. Often you don't see that on Bosch powered bikes. So I'll step you through some of the features of this bike here, and if you have questions, feel free to call or email. So starting at the top here, actually have quite a comfy gel seat, and it's a name brand Selle Royale, so it's a nice seat. We can see with the handlebars here, we do have wings and a nice ergonomic grip. We do have the Shimano hydraulic disc brakes up here on the front, which is a really nice feature to have. Again, on a bike this price, I'm really impressed with the level of features. We've got the Shimano SLX. It's a 10-speed cassette on the back there, and that helps to keep the weight down a little bit by going with the 10-speed instead of the 11-speed. And on a bike like this, really a city bike, road bike, you don't really need the 11 speeds. See the Shimano hydraulic disc brakes back there on the rear with the quick release and built-in kickstand, which is actually really handy to have. And you can see this is the KS40 style, so it's actually integrated right into the chainstay here. You're not having to worry about it flopping around or getting loose or that sort of thing, so that's nice. As I mentioned, this is a Bosch powered bike. This has the Bosch Performance line, which is really one of my favorite drive systems on an e-bike. The Bosch system calculates your torque, that is how hard you're pedaling, how quickly you're spinning the pedals, how quickly the bike is moving. There's a speed sensor right here, the magnet, and then the sensor right down here in the chainstay. Calculates that about 1,000 times per second, so basically it's reading your mind. It's knowing how hard you're pedaling, how fast you want to go, and it helps you out. So when we come up to the front here and turn on the display, we can adjust the level of assist from off to eco, which gives you about 50% of your input power. So basically it knows how hard you're pedaling and gives you an extra 50%. And it's a really very natural feeling. If you are on Vancouver Island, come and try this bike out. Try out some of our Bosch powered bikes, and you'll see what I mean as far as it being a real natural feeling. If you're in Vancouver and want to try it out, we'll even pick you up at the ferry terminal, so that's pretty cool. You can see, because this bike is so light, the range on it is quite exceptional. The Bosch system right now is estimating that on a full charge in eco mode we'll get about 121 kilometers, depending of course on the conditions that we're riding. And that's one of the great things about the Bosch system, is that based on the last 4 or 5 kilometers it'll actually project forward your estimated range. So as you encounter more hills or that sort of thing, your terrain varies, it'll recalculate. And that's really helpful. We do have the battery meter up here, but I really like having that range calculator, and that's quite unique. A lot of the other e-bikes don't have that feature, and in fact a lot of times the battery meters are inaccurate. So if you start heading up a hill, you'll suddenly see that your battery goes to half, and then when you get to the top of the hill it's full. It's not going to happen with the Bosch system. It actually is measuring the actual capacity in the battery. So in addition to the eco mode, we have Tour, which is what most people ride in. I think that gives you about 120% of your power, and you can see that drops the range to about 62, which is still a really decent distance. Sport gives you more power, and Turbo, of course, gives you the most amount of power and, of course, reduces your range. But still, 43 kilometers on full power Turbo, that's very impressive. And if we press the I button over here, you can see we can rotate through the rest of the items on the display. The odometer, the trip distance, we've got the clock, of course, maximum speed, average speed, and the trip time. That is the amount of time that the bike has actually been moving for. So those are all really handy on the display there. I should mention as well, the display is removable. You can just take that off, and the power stays on it, so you can still see your stats and stuff when you take it off. If you prefer not to remove it, and I like that, I like being able to take it in if it's raining, like it is a little bit right now. But if you prefer, you'll see there's a little screw hole here, and if you loosen this off and twist it around, you can actually permanently attach the display to your bike. So that's a possibility as well. So we do have the trigger shifters here for the 10 speed. I'd mentioned these ergonomic grips with the wings, and actually these are locking, so that's really nice. They're not going to twist on you. Got fairly flat bars here, which is what you'd expect on a kind of a road style bike like this. We don't have, we have a fixed fork, and that again on a road bike, it's normal, and it helps to keep the weight down. And again, like I said, this is a really lightweight bike, and certainly having the fixed fork helps to do that as well. Of course, we have the 400 watt-hour battery. This bike is compatible with the new 500 watt-hour battery, so if you wanted to do that, you can certainly do that. You can charge the battery on the frame right here. Just open up that flap and charge it, or use one of the two included keys to remove the battery from the bike, and you can charge it inside, which is recommended on a cold day like today. You might hear me shivering. It's a little bit chilly out today. I gotta get on this bike and ride it, and that'll warm me up. We do have a, on the seat post here, you can see that we've got a fixed clamp rather than a quick release. And again, on a bike that you're going to be riding in the city, that's a really good feature. You can change that, of course, if you want to. We've got the Schwalbe Energizer tires on here. They have the Kevlar guard. They're e-bike specific, up to 50 kilometers an hour. So they're puncture resistant and durable while still being lightweight. Some really nice rims on here as well. So all in all, a really nice bike, some really nice features. We do still have a chain guard on here, which is handy. For the pedals, you can see they're pretty comfy. We've got some nice grips on here, but they're relatively soft. So really, Felt's done a great job of making a lightweight, inexpensive, but fun to ride Bosch powered e-bike. This is the Felt Sport E95, and if you'd like to try it out, head over to citruscycles.ca, come on down and set up an appointment. We'd be happy to get you on this bike or any of the other e-bikes. If you're elsewhere in Canada, we're happy to ship it to you, and we do offer free shipping as well. And a couple other things I should mention before I end here is we do have the reflective strips in the tires, which is awesome. And we do have removable cores on the Presta valves here, so if you are worried about puncture resistance, and I don't think you really need to be, it does have the active guard, the Kevlar guard in it, but you could put some stands in the tubes as well to help with the puncture resistance. But I think these are quite durable tires, and I think you're not going to run into any problems with those. So that's the Felt Sport E95. I'll try to do a trail or a road ride video of it shortly. The little bit that I have ridden it, it's a lot of fun, very responsive, very lightweight, very fast, and really affordable. So this is the Sport E95 from Felt, and I'm Kelly with Citrus Cycle Studs.